I mean, you
whatever.
could also speak with the gorillas, could you not, Lenny?
Oh yes. But that's new.
One at a time. Always hit the plants first, Lenny. You did the right thing.
Always hit the plants first.
You want to
Gorillas
talk
are
to the gorillas as well?
gorillas are assholes. I mean,
Gorillas will
species-wise,
just
they're
lie
fucking
to you. You're
assholes.
right.
Yeah, the gorillas are just like anything nefarious going on here? Do you need things beaten up or murdered?
I wanna help and I wanna harvest the olives, but we can't go down there anymore.
I see. Yes, I wanted to be an artist once myself. Okay, well, let's go inside and have the cakes.
That is not what he said.
But we wouldn't know.
Yeah, can you talk to gorillas, fed them?
I'm just sitting there like practice. Like
says...
every now and then, if anyone looks at me, I'm for like a split second the lizard girl. It's like just like
She's had such a hard time. I wish she would stop doing that.
All right.
So incredibly rude when you turn into people that you're talking to.
Bentham pulls out the newspaper he keeps around for discipline reasons.
He brought it with him.
He never puts it down.
I'll just borrow that, and then I hide myself behind the newspaper.
It's a matter of keeping everyone's behavior appropriate.
No, I like the idea that you dual wield, one with a blade and one with a newspaper. All right.
Do that outside.
So, do you have any trouble here at the farm?
Funny how life works, isn't it? I was just saying to Loompa how we needed a dang miracle to get this harvest in. Maybe you've heard the hearth has been getting a little bit rough these last few years. Not a lot of heroes out here. They all seem to concern themselves with that bright, shiny city life. Meaning no offense. But me and the chimps have been in need of some serious muscle in the grove. We haven't been able to pick the south half of the property all month. And those olives are going to go to pit if we can't scare off these beasts.
What manner of beasts?
You'll think
They're
you're
not
in the
chimps,
clear,
they're apes.
and then out of nowhere, the trees are all around you, and they're alive. I know we're asking for trouble being so close to that fey-ridden forest, but until this last couple months, we've never had a problem.
You ever seen this woman? And I turn into Dendrovines.
Or
anyone that looks like her?
I don't think so. I mean...
Any elves?
I've seen some druids in, the border of the forest, but they're all pretty dirty and they look pretty similar to me.
But
you shouldn't judge all druids to be the same. We are, in fact, a very diverse group.
Druids.
Sounds like you live in the city.
Medicine, Lenny.
Everyone in the druid diaspora is their own individual.
Yeah, but they are mostly pretty dirty.
I don't from the robot who has just walked in.
I just don't think we should paint a whole group of people with one single brush. I mean, that's what the dwarves do.
How am I already sick of woke Lenny?
Yeah, woke Lenny is pretty flat, I have to say.
Yeah.
That was fast.
Like there's no bite to him,
Do you know when this Fae comes out? You're looking for Fae, is that right?
If you look at your journal in the maps, you look at the hearth. The forest in the northeast is called the Fairy Forest.
Okay.
You're in a farm just north of that. And the Fairy Forest is home to lots of Fae creatures.
I was wondering.
With Logan, you guys were down near Hobwood. So you don't think it's probably the same group, but it sounds like this problem kind of happens all over around the dense forests.
Is there anything I was trying to say? Does she know anything about when it happens or why? Like anything about it that might help us coordinate?
Yeah, like how did it start?
Does that make sense? Any details about it is what I'm looking for. Exactly.
You said it was recent, right?
It's in the last couple of months. We just went out to harvest like usual, but one day we could get almost all the way to the bottom of the grove, and then the next day we couldn't get halfway through without these things showing up.
Are Are they preventing you from moving forward? Are they trying to attack you?
Oh, they're trying to attack us.
And at what time did they show up?
They gave Lumbo quite a bump.
And it's not the trees themselves, but it's some sort of...
I think it is the trees.
But I was going to say,
it's
too,
not,
at what
it's
time
not
do they
my
show
olive
up?
trees.
You said you get halfway through. So is there a time that they show up? Is it mid, like...
Well, we usually go out to start and harvest in the morning, and it's not that they show up, it's that we can't get too far before we run into them.
It's when you get to a specific spot. They don't want you crossing a line or something.
Fiftham is going to try and think of a creature that is tree-like. That would match that description.
Do you have advantage?
I do not have advantage. I made a mistake.
Reroll it.
Oh wait, that was with disadvantage.
Yeah, reroll it.
So, same thing. Reroll that. There we go.
That's better.
Fiftham knows
every tree that's ever existed and some that will exist in a few years.
Fiftham knows that when druids are left to their own devices, they get up to all kinds of weird, creepy, cult-like nature things. And this kind of sounds like either some trees that have been awakened, or maybe something even more nefarious. But you think that it's probably druid magic.
Do you think Lenny would know about it because he's an awakened druid as of recently?
Lenny doesn't
maybe that's what's affecting
to be
him.
interested in hearing any bad news about druids. So he hasn't tried to find any.
Yeah, Lenny's put his fingers in his ears and is going la 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 la.
You see,
sorry, Lenny was making soup, but I have my soup now. It's nice and warm, super steamed. So, maybe Lenny will pay more attention now. You know, it's very important. Hot soup is very important.
This is true. Soup is important.
So listen, so you might lose your olive harvest. That's very bad, because then you can't sell it to anyone. So selling zero olives for 0 gold, very bad.
The olives are not the problem.
So no, but they have to be harvested from the trees, and to be harvested from the trees, you can't have Lumbo getting a bump ball on his head.
This little guy, he gets it.
Yes, so not only are we are here to help you save your livelihood, but we are here to purchase your olives for our lovely restaurant at a discounted price because we're going to save the crops.
I'll tell you, if you can get rid of these things, I'll give you your weight in olives.
All right.
They fetch a cute copper. They fetch a cute copper in the city.
All right, I have a few different forms, but we'll get about my weight later. So,
okay, go ahead. Concatron weighs more. I was going to say.
Yeah, we want it based on the robot's weight.
We should have the weight of the robot as opposed to.
I have a feeling Concatron's tank is full of olives already.
Can it really be too full of olives?
Oh, wait, I have Tensor's floating disc. I can carry 500.
So Lenny is gonna just use like his insight, like druid knowledge about awakened trees and the Fae.
Heard.
You've heard of some pretty shady rituals where druids will give up their humanity to become some kind of tree creature. And you've thought about it, but
being a gnome is better.
Yeah, it just seems you can't go back. Once you've like cut your heart out and planted it in the ground and waited for it to grow into this beast, you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube,
Yeah.
It sounds crazy. Hey, it sounds crazy, but centaurs have, I think, more than one heart. So theoretically, if you have the right spells up, you might be able to pull it off.
You'd think this stuff about ripping hearts out would ruin my soup, but
I look at it pretty logically.
I'm still enjoying it. It's very nice.
Centaurs have 2 hearts by far.
All right, so there's one thing I know that trees don't like, and that's fire. But olives don't like fire
Yeah,
either,
don't
so
ever hurt the olive
no.
grove. I say we
Very
go
careful.
down there and just take a peek. It's what time of day is it? It's like almost nighttime?
Yeah, we'll
I
say
would
it's
think
early
that-
evening.
Alright, so maybe we stay the night here and then in the morning we go when there's light? Or do you want to do it
It might be
now?
some sort of a.
Absolutely do that. Sure.
It might be some
Yeah,
sort
you
of a
could do a
theme
quick
too.
scouting mission.
There's
and
like
scope things
2
out.
beds in the whole house, but you guys can make it work.
We have a cart.
If I can stand at a
There's
table,
some
I'll be
hay
fine.
right here.
Yeah. I mean, Phantom can just scout this evening, see things out, look things up, and then we'll make a.
I don't know
battle
if
plan
we
from
want
there.
somebody going down there by themselves.
Oh,
Lenny will
Phantom's
turn into a
stealthy.
mouse and sleep in an adorable tiny bed.
Phantom's.
This
And I'm
is
gonna just
Stealth.
stand at a table. It's gonna be
And-
very
I'm
Fast.
gonna say Fintham and Lenny could probably fit on these armchairs.
All right.
I'm perched up on the table. I've done this before.
Todd will go sleep in the hay.
I'm gonna stay in
You're
the
gonna
olive.
sleep in the hay?
Yeah.
Congertron, you're gonna stay in the olive branches.
Yes.
Okay, give me a will save Congertron. Wisdom save.
Phantom wanted to go scouting before he went to sleep.
Yeah, Fintham was going to go
Kind
scouting
of an
before he
important
went to
stat.
sleep.
Like,
Yeah.
you are spooked the fuck out. You hear all kinds of branches creaking, and it's just dark. Why did I sleep in the house with everybody else? You're just like kind of paranoid out there.
Call fear. This is what I
Shadows are just dancing around. You know, is that real? Did I hear that? Is that something?
Did
Plus
Fintham...
most biological life creeps you out. So every time a bat or a bug moves, just
Oh, man. Sticky.
How do you exist in this
everything's
world
alive
already?
all around me.
Just thinking that they're all fucking with them.
Did Fintham see anything when he scouted?
Phantom is scouting the south end of the field before he goes to sleep.
This
So,
is the north end of the field.
well, I don't have the south end of the field visible, so.
Just zoom out.
Oh, can I zoom out even more? Is there more map?
No,
Hold-
it ends
control
about
and
6
zoom.
olive bushes down there.
Ah,
He's trying to do this too.
But
I don't. Like, I'm going as far south as I can see right now.
And then you die. And then you get swarmed
how
by
far would you like to go by yourself?
Till I start seeing trees that shouldn't be there. Like, this is a farm, so all the olive trees should be uniform. The second I see plants, out of line
Or maybe just trees that aren't harvested yet.
Yeah, just trees that aren't harvested yet, bushes that are out of line, even like tufts of grass that shouldn't be there.
And this was how Bentham died. Oh, he got
Oh no, Fintham crossed over to another map all on his own? That wasn't the plan.
Fintham decided to just keep on going that
Oh
way.
no,
He thought he
Fintham.
would bop the floor.
Hey,
but
the
he
second
lost the
Phantom doesn't see
floor.
it, if Phantom's not seeing
I think
anything,
he can. Well, at least he can see the undead. I think I got the undead to show
Are
up.
you at
Or
least
whatever
here?
it is.
yeah,
Okay.
got a 22 on my stealth
Oh.
check. Nothing seeing
Oh.
me. I
Hope
am seeing
Fintham isn't stumped.
Yes.
4-4.
Boom, down, horribly alone.
I thought something was wrong with my speakers because usually everyone's talking at once, but
It's just me.
everyone
They're
stopped
just,
talking at once.
We're just
They're just-
listening to Ian sing.
yeah.
So what does Phantom see?
Sorry,
at
it's
the
just a
south
song
end?
I sing all the
You
time.
see one of these trees looks weird and different. You don't think it's an olive tree.
Cause my motherfucking
Another
spell made it
nature
come
check to try and identify it.
Bentham broke the tree.
Yeah, you think it's a creepy druid tree man.
Hmm. Are there any
Man,
others
I think the
that
trees like to be
look
called
that?
man trees, actually, but
It doesn't even look like a tree. It's just a guy. He's like standing there. Like,
Yeah. Trees actually have both genders, so they don't need to be called a tree
Yeah.
man or a tree woman. It's very fascinating.
tree.
Yes, medically we call it a scarecrow.
It looks like that.
Well.
Oh. Well,
Orko has
Fun
gone back to
fight.
nature.
So Fintham is going to do the right thing and come get his friends, right?
Fintham's just going to do a quick investigation and try and see if he spots anything else before he turns
He's
back
gonna
and sneaks
stay
away.
down here by himself.
Stay
I really tried.
Quick investigation with an 11.
So very alone.
That's real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah,
Tiny
you're
little goblin.
it's definitely a tree, man. It's definitely not
I
an olive
mean,
tree.
are there others within the immediate vicinity?
You are certain of that one, but there's trees everywhere. You are not certain where the others are.
Alright. Fintham's just
You
gonna
do
the
think
safe
there are
thing.
more, though.
Okay. Fintham's gonna do the safe thing then and turn around and head back.
So, Fintham, are you gonna go get the group? You don't seem to have gained any additional information without getting closer.
Yeah. I mean, like, a picture would be enough. You know, at this point, Fintham saw enough that he can head back and try and draw a crude picture of what it looks like and
You
explain-
could just explain what
explain
you saw.
everything that he saw.
Fintham's drawing in the dirt. What is going on?
And not telling us stuff.
And then he's going to
You've been here
ask,
for
No,
5
wait.
minutes, Fifth.
Let me finish before I tell you.
now, I assume we're still going to spend
I don't
the
think I
night
have the eyes right.
and then head out in the morning to try.
No, I think
And-
if you see this, we'll go right away.
I don't think that's a good idea given how close to, nightfall it is.
Well, what if it comes and attacks
Well, you
in the
guys
night?
Then
are
we'll be
pretty much fully rested except for, like, walking the whole day, which
Go to
really...
the dark.
What's that?
You
Yeah,
should've
it is
worried about anything else,
like...
Yeah.
It's like dusk right now, because
We- we-
Fintham
we
did
don't-
decided
we
not to
can
go to
kill-
bed for the night and
we can
instead
kill
go
one
check it out
tree.
first.
I think we
Dude,
should
let's
take
light
it
this
out.
bitch up.
take
Yeah.
out one tree, see how tough it is.
We're
and
all
then
fully
kill the
rested.
rest
Let's
of the
light this
morning.
Yeah,
bitch
that's
up. We
the,
just
we're
gotta
all
level.
leveled
this
and
is
raring to
this
go.
road
We
All
just
right.
got our shot of steroids. We're ready to go.
Yeah, totally. Too soon.
Someone filled me up with cocaine and let me out.